Welcome to part 4 of our Fire Marshal Training series, Fire Prevention Measures. Prevention is always better than cure. This fundamental principle applies perfectly to fire safety. As a fire marshal, your primary role is preventing fires before they start. Today, we'll explore practical fire prevention measures you can implement. Fire prevention operates on a simple principle: remove or control the elements needed for fire to occur. Fire requires 3 elements known as the fire triangle: fuel, oxygen, and heat. Remove any one element and fire cannot start or sustain itself. Let's start with controlling fuel sources. Combustible materials must be properly managed. This includes paper, cardboard, textiles, wood, plastics, and flammable liquids. Good housekeeping is your first line of defense. Regular cleaning removes accumulated combustible materials. Waste should be disposed of promptly, not allowed to accumulate. Storage arrangements matter significantly. Combustible materials should never block fire exits or escape routes. They should be stored away from heat sources and ignition risks. Flammable liquids must be in proper containers, in designated storage areas, with appropriate signage. Only keep minimum quantities needed. Electrical safety prevents many fires. Faulty electrical equipment causes thousands of fires annually. Regular inspection and testing of electrical equipment is essential. Portable appliance testing, or PAT, should be conducted according to schedule. Look for signs of electrical problems, flickering lights, burning smells, warm plugs or sockets, or frequently tripping circuits. Socket overloading is a common hazard. Never daisy chain extension leads. Use the correct fuse ratings. Ensure sockets aren't overloaded. A simple rule: 1 plug per socket for high-power appliances. Check that equipment is switched off when not in use. Unplug equipment overnight or when premises are unoccupied. Heating equipment requires careful management. Portable heaters are particularly risky and should only be used when fixed heating is inadequate. They must never be left unattended or used near combustible materials. A clear space of at least 1 meter should be maintained around all heaters. Smoking policies must be clear and enforced. If smoking is permitted, designate specific areas away from combustible materials. Provide proper ashtrays that cannot tip over. Empty ashtrays into metal containers, never plastic bins. Never allow smoking near flammable materials or in storage areas. Consider making premises entirely smoke-free. Hot work procedures are critical. Activities like welding, grinding, or using blowtorches create significant fire risk. A hot work permit system should control these activities. The area must be cleared of combustibles. Fire extinguishers must be readily available. Someone should be assigned as fire watch during and after hot work. Continue monitoring for at least 60 minutes after work completion. Arson prevention requires physical security measures. Secure your premises when unoccupied. Don't allow combustible materials to accumulate outside buildings. External waste bins should be located away from buildings and secured. Report suspicious activity promptly. Good lighting deters potential arsonists. Maintenance prevents fires. Regular servicing of equipment prevents malfunctions. Heating systems should be serviced annually. Electrical installations should be inspected according to regulations. Fire doors must be kept in good repair. Emergency lighting should be tested regularly. Keep maintenance records up to date. Staff training is a prevention measure. Everyone should know basic fire safety principles. They should understand their role in prevention. Encourage reporting of potential hazards. Create a culture where safety is everyone's responsibility. Regular toolbox talks keep fire safety awareness high. Compartmentation limits fire spread. Fire doors must never be wedged open. Self-closing mechanisms must work properly. Fire-resistant walls and ceilings must not be breached without proper authorization and fire stopping. Even small gaps can compromise fire protection. Ventilation systems need attention. Extract systems in kitchens should be cleaned regularly to prevent grease buildup. Filters should be maintained according to manufacturer specifications. Ducting should be inspected for cleanliness. Your daily inspections as fire marshal should include checking for these prevention issues. Make a checklist and use it consistently. Document your findings and ensure issues are addressed promptly. Remember, every fire prevented is a potential tragedy avoided. Your vigilance in fire prevention protects lives, property, and business continuity. In our next session, we'll explore fire detection and alarm systems in detail. Thank you for your commitment to fire prevention.